shareholders innovate our products and potentially then carry our products elsewhere in the world. So I think you're starting to see the beginning of companies define their strategy a little bit more. Maybe a year ago, it was almost good enough to say you were going to be in the cannabis space. Now you have to be able to explain why you're different as you're playing in the cannabis space.
Well, we are seeing big move in all of those stocks, especially Tilray, Aphria. David Klein, thank you for joining us on earnings day.
Thank you.
So welcome to a market closing coming up here. I wanted to jump in on that to start because, oh my gosh, the marijuana plays have been moving hard. So this will be really entertaining. Oh, Robinhood. Hold on. Let's listen to this too. This will be entertaining.
House team to start lobbying last Friday. That's according to a new registration report. I've been looking through this with our colleague Brian Schwartz from CNBC.com. One of the bills that Robinhood plans to target is called the Wall Street Tax Act of 2019. That was introduced by two Democrats in the House and would impose a 0.1% tax on certain financial transactions. So it could include stocks, derivatives, options. These trading taxes have been floated as a way to sort of dampen some of that frenzied trading activity that we've seen in recent weeks. And of course, less trading could weigh on the profits at Robinhood. That's really the revenue engine for the brokerage firms now that commissions have gone to zero. They, of course, make money off of payment for order flow, which came under some scrutiny last week during some of the GameStop trading frenzy. We also did not get a comment from Robinhood on these lobbying plans, but CEO Vlad Tenev is expected to testify at the House Financial Services Committee next week. Back to you guys.
Oh, we should watch that. Oh, that would be so fun because we talked to him on the channel. So to see him get grilled by Congress, oh my gosh, that's next week. That is going to be entertaining. That's going to be like must-see TV to see Robinhood. Not that we want to see the poor guy get grilled, but I think there are a lot of people who lost money that are like, no, Kevin, no, I want to see him get grilled. All right, yeah, so we're coming into the market close here. We'll go ahead and pull up the candlesticks to see what the heck is going on in the market today. Today was a crazy day for cannabis, like just nuts. I really wish on some of these earlier in the day I jumped on them. I didn't. We were talking about them at open, and sometimes that happens. It's kind of like, when you're standing at the roulette table, you're like, oh, I know this is going to be black. I got to play it. And then you don't. So it'll be really fun, but we'll see how things close right here. Market close, stocks. Okay, perfect. I'm just updating the live so that we are good to go. Perfect. I think we're good. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over. Let's see what we got going on into the close. So look at this. Tilray just skyrocketing. I mean, just, as we open this live stream here, they had them on CNBC. Oh, actually, their competitor, what was it? I think it was Growth. Oh, I wrote them down. Somebody else knows, I'm sure. It was Growth Generation. I guess somebody mentioned that Jim Cramer likes them. So they made it on CNBC pretty quickly after that. But these other stocks, look at this. Tilray, Sundial Grows, blowing up. The cannabis ETF went up like another 5% since we were streaming this morning. Lemonade, they're finally Planet 13 catches up. This morning, because I've got 250K in Planet 13, this morning I'm like, why is Planet up like 1%? And the entire cannabis sector is up like 10%. I should have taken that as a hint that one was about to blow up. Oh well. So look at this. The entire market is just moving here. Somebody's saying, look at Open Door. Okay, oh my God, why? I've got money in Open Door too, but that was only because we bought into them. I sent out an alert to course members that I thought it was a buy around, I don't know what it was, like $22 or $23 because it was doing the SPAC merger. And I thought it would run up after the merger. But I knew it would be volatile, but I didn't think it would go to $31 this quickly. So we've only got a small position in Open Door, but wow, 14% on the day. This is one of Chamath's SPACs, by the way, Chamath's mergers. So a lot of movement here in stocks today. I mean, just basically print attendees here. Rocket ships are going to the moon, with the exception, of course, of GameStop and AMC, which if you watched my summary of Cathie Wood. So you either watched the full Cathie Wood live, or hopefully by now you've seen the summary of the Cathie Wood, what she just said today. If you haven't seen that yet, go watch it. It's really, really good. But one of the things that she does is she just full on bags on GameStop and AMC. I mean, she's just like straight up paper handed GameStop and AMC. Like, yep, basically whoever's buying that stock is just bailing out the people who got the bonds, hoping that these companies are somehow going to come back to life. She was really anti these companies. You can watch the full video too. It's on the channel. I streamed the whole thing. So hopefully they don't like demon me for streaming it.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Siri, no, not cool. Not cool. So anyway, what else do we have? Oh, Tesla. No, please go away. Stop. So annoying. I just say that name and it pops up like everywhere. But anyway, we've got, look at this Tesla selling off a little bit here. I mean, they ran up on the Bitcoin news and now they're just selling off. Could be because of that Chinese pressure from the Chinese government. Really love this company. We regularly talk to course members about buying this. I send out alerts, obviously, when I buy this. You know, keep an eye on Tesla. Rocket sitting around flat again, not a surprise. Let me quickly see what they're talking about on CNBC here. Let's listen to this.
Which is higher?
Yeah, that remains in force. And in fact, those things were not necessarily true at the open of trading today, actually. The stock market, the S&P 500, bottomed and narrowed its losses right in late morning, the same time the Treasury yields hit their low for the day and then lifted just a little bit. We're talking about very, very modest moves within a band here. But if you look at the choreography, that was also about when oil went from negative to positive. So it does seem as if that's still, you know, the instinct of this market, the reflex is to reprice things in that direction until it changes. Of course, mostly we're just pausing after a pretty good start to February across the risk assets.
CNBC.com posting an interview today with JP Morgan's head of corporate and investment banking, the head of the investment bank, Daniel Pinto. Here's what he had to say about the overall market. Quote, "There are, with very few exceptions, no sectors that are cheap. I think the market will gradually grind up during the year. I don't see a correction anytime soon unless the situation changes dramatically."
Wow. I mean, that's a big statement by, one of the chief investment folks over at Chase, JP Morgan Chase, basically saying, yeah, nothing's cheap, but we're going to keep going to the moon. Just don't get burned on your way up, basically. Take a look at this, too. I mean, this is nuts. I was not expecting this, but because this morning they weren't doing that great when we did the market open live. I think they were like flat or negative, actually, this morning. Look at this. Matterport. The Matterport SPAC. Gores Holdings. I do plan on making a video on that. I actually filmed a video on it, but then my audio was off, which I only realized after I filmed it. And I'm like, hot damn, I got to do it all over again. Otherwise, I would have posted it by now. But folks, Matterport, that is the SPAC right there. GHVI, Gores Holdings. That is, I can't believe it's up 20% right now. Kind of a bummer that it's already up that much. But yeah, no, that's a money stock right there. We're talking about that one on I think it was on Friday is when we first heard about that. Sent out an alert to course members about that one at like $13.40. I think that's a $30 company. And you'll see, because I'll post my video. After I do the stream, I'll post my video on that one. But GHVI, not like a sexy electric vehicle stock, but something I feel like you got to pay attention to. It's just Lemonade, EXPI continuing to run. Absolutely nuts. Totally nuts. Okay, what else do we have here? So NPA, what's going on with NPA? I'll gladly look at NPA. Did you? No, I usually look at the research channels at night. I looked at some research yesterday, but not everything. So NPA, but I will be looking more tomorrow too. So what is this? Up 23%. What merger is this? So this is a SPAC. Where's Safari? This is all the ARK Invest stuff. So let's get rid of that. Let's just open up a nice fresh tab. Okay, NPA merger. NPA merger SPAC. Let's see what we got here. So this SPAC merging with AST Space Mobile. Is this like a Starlink? Let's see. But obviously not. Let's see what this is. So SharkBite, stalking a space SPAC, the hottest investment group in the market. ARK Investment recently announced it plans to launch an ARK space exploration ETF. It's not exactly known when the ETF will launch, but there's been speculation about stocks that'll be included. One name, like Virgin Galactic. When was this posted? This is from January 26th, so this is older. Another one is New Providence Acquisition, NPA. I don't know why when I read that I think of like IPA, and I'm like, are they trying to sell me a beer? But I don't know. Okay, maybe bad jokes. Anywho, here, let me switch to that one. There we go. That's a little better. So New Providence NPA is merging with AST Space Mobile. AST Space Mobile is building a space-based cellular broadband network. So as opposed to like, cell towers on land or radio transmitters on the tops of roofs or streetlights for 5G, you've got space-based. The company will offer broadband service from space to smartphones. AST Space Mobile currently has one test satellite in orbit, plans to launch additional in 2022. Wow. I wonder if SpaceX brings their satellites up. AST, that's interesting. I mean, that's fascinating to me. AST Space Mobile here, transforming connectivity, eliminating coverage gaps for billions. This is a direct competitor to Elon Musk's. Very interesting. That is interesting. And so this is really our first opportunity. Stop. This is really our first opportunity to invest in something like this, because obviously we can't invest in Elon Musk's, SpaceX or Starlink yet. I think that's what it's called. I haven't looked much into it. But this is really our first opportunity to invest in something that's space related, which is really cool. But let's see. Do they have a slide deck? I'm sure they have a slide deck. You be careful with the slide. Here's the slide deck. Always remember, be careful with the slide decks. They are very salesy. I mean, just like looking at this already, I'm like, man, this is intoxicating. Like, I feel like I'm at NASA getting a handout, like a pamphlet. They did a really good job making this feel very spacey. So, okay, let's look at financials really quick, what their pro forma expectations are. So, transaction pro forma valuation. So they think 13% for the SPAC. It's pretty normal. What do they think they're worth? Let's see here. Benchmarking, high growth SPAC. Interesting. So this is comparing. I don't think they put a market cap on here, although we could figure that out. Oh, there. Pro forma enterprise value, 1.3 bill is what they're going for. That's not that terribly high for a SPAC. I mean, there have been much more expensive SPACs. So it'll be interesting to see how the market is valuing this. Let's see. Transaction value versus... This is going to take a while to digest. It'd be worth going through this slide deck and giving you some more detailed opinions. But let's look at what this stock is actually doing right now. Let's see. Take a look at this. Wow, it's at $22. Wow. Yeah, so that's that's double the 10, right? The $10 base price for this. This is like, this is mooned basically. No, it went almost up to $25 a share. That's crazy. This must have been when the merger was announced over here around December 16th. And it's just been, it's been on a ride. It hasn't been straight, right? It's been on a little bit of a ride here, but recently it's been going to the moon. Probably because of the ARK Invest talk is my guess. No, 2.9, that's today. Oh, it blew up today from 19. That's still nice. Yeah, that's the 20% we're seeing right now. Blew up over here from 17 to 19. Blew up over here on Monday. All of a sudden, also from 16 to into the 19s. So recently, this has been getting a lot more attention just in the last week here. Really interesting. I don't know that I would dive into the space SPAC this early. Who knows? Yeah. Okay. So, oh my God, 25% now on Matterport, surging into the close. Oh man, that is I don't know. It kind of makes me worried that it's going to like sell off at some point. But then again, if it sells off, I'll have another opportunity to buy. Palantir 38. I should have bought it at 31. I was too much of a baby. Shift only up $3 with earnings coming up. We've also got Enphase earnings coming up very soon, and so's Lyft. Enphase, I think Enphase is. I'm pretty sure Enphase is today. Is it today? I'm going to double check. I know Lyft is today. We'll look at that. Enphase earnings date. I feel like I looked this up already. but I'm looking forward to seeing what Enphase earnings are. No, it's today. Ooh, Enphase today. Ooh, we'll have to pay attention to that one. Open Door rising like this, by the way, is a good sign for Redfin. Open Door is ahead of Redfin when it comes to selling properties, I like flipping properties, I should say. With Redfin being up to, well, it's at $90, still kind of expensive. I mean, my price target for Redfin's over $100. So this doesn't surprise me. Whoa, look at CCIV. CCIV went from a loss today into a gain into the close. People are parking money into the stock market today. Kevin sounds like a gorilla just got a banana. All right. Let's see here. OcuGen, I'm going to keep an eye on this one tomorrow. My expectation was that it'll blow up on Monday, it'll sell off Tuesday, and who knows, maybe it'll jump back up. You know, maybe some of that momentum will come back tomorrow. No idea, but that's a possibility. Sometimes that happens with these. I want to know what GameStop is doing as we've got another minute left in the close here. 17% right there with AMC. Not as horrible as the lows of the day, where it was down 18 and a bit percent. AMC was around 12 and a bit. So, I mean, they're pretty close to the low of the day. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So Sundial Growers, I mean, this morning on the Market Open live stream, I'm like, oh, I think that could be a $1.6 stock. And went right there. But wow, the Gore's holding. I wish I would have gotten my video out, but I didn't get my video out yet. I'll get it out after we do this live stream. I'll do it. So, okay, the closing bell's coming up, so let's tune in.
Another record close. Anything higher for any of the major averages would be a record. There's the Dow. As far as what's working today, McDonald's, United Healthcare, and Boeing are the biggest winners. Dow, the chemical company, Home Depot, and Nike are your biggest losers. The S&P 500 down 0.1%. A little bit of different leadership flavor today. It's real estate, industrials, and financials that are leading. Energy, which has had some tremendous gains lately over the last week or so, it's up 9%. Is the worst performing sector, despite the fact that crude oil has turned higher on the session. NASDAQ a little bit higher, though. The tech performance is split. There's weakness today in names like Apple and Amazon and Tesla, even though Bitcoin's higher. And despite Elon Musk's love fest, there goes the bell. Looks like we'll get a record close for the NASDAQ and the Russell 2000 index of small caps. Not quite for the S&P and the Dow, Wilfred.
Not quite, but as you said, 2 record closes and only...
I believe S&P is almost at 4,000. That's crazy.
Along with Sarah Eisen and Mike Santoli, CNBC senior markets commentator, the Dow closed down 3 basis points or 10 points. S&P down 0.1%, NASDAQ up 0.1%, while the Russell continued its recent outperformance up 0.4%, up 3% for the week, up 11% so far for the month of February. S&P sectors.
So we got earnings on deck that we're waiting for. I just want to say, if you're not getting notifications for these, YouTube only sends 3 a day, which is really annoying. And it sends them for like random things. I don't really understand. What you could do is you can go to metkevin.com/Discord and then you can join Discord and just have your notifications on there. And I'm going to start sending off more notifications so we can kind of stay on top of it a little bit, because I know a lot of you want to be here when it's live. So I'll start doing that. So yeah, join Discord, metkevin.com/Discord. Okay, so Enphase should be coming out any minute. I am going to stare down Enphase. We've got Lyft, Enphase. I think is Twitter today too. If Twitter's today, we got to look at the user number, the user growth, right? And daily active users, but new users helps as well. Twitter earnings. The thing about Twitter, though, is in this last quarter, they banned Trump, and a ton of people are like, that's it, we're done. And they left Twitter. Now, did they come back? Who knows? Who knows? Twitter earnings is today. Oh, we got a lot of earnings. Oh, this will be fun. We'll see what happens. See what they're saying here.
It's purely a pause, no real selling pressure. It's not as if the real defensive.
They're just talking about a little bit of a pause in the Dow Jones. 5% on Bitcoin today. Oh, look at Blink charging. Coming out of nowhere, I feel like. Did this just rally into the close? No, last few hours. Okay. 14% on Blink. C3AI going back to the moon again. Crazy. This company just keeps pushing and pushing. EXPI and they up about 7%. Down pretty much flat in the after hours. Firm keeps moving. What else do we have? Let's look at Enphase. Let's see, because once we get a note here, on earnings. Oh, and I could pull up Bloomberg as well. Oh, wait, close. I'll pull up the Bloomberg right here. But let's get Enphase. Enphase is right here. Okay, so we're at 200. Market's kind of tentative to see what'll happen. Let's listen in here for a second on Tesla while I get the Bloomberg terminal up.
And storylines and this kind of eternal future hopes that are promised to it by the founder, that, you know, it's hard to know if it's going to trade that way. I do think Tesla's been a little heavy for the last month. It had a tremendous, ridiculous run after it was named that it was going into the S&P in November. Yep. So you have to give it a little bit of room. But at some point, it becomes conspicuous if all this other risky stuff, the growth stories, the secular themes, the trend stocks are working and Tesla's not. You have to ask what's going on there. I know they've had some struggles in terms of China regulators maybe putting the squeeze on them, but who knows if that's going to be a story that has legs.
Sylvia, one of the factors that has started to raise questions about whether we're in bubble territory have been the SPAC craze and trend. Where do you stand on that?
So I'm actually a big fan of the SPAC enthusiasm in the market. I think it's a great way for investors to get access to M&A types of deals, private equity types of deals that just...
And she's not wrong. Like, the SPACs are like, how else would you invest in Matterport? You'd have to wait until basically Matterport dominates the world and then they IPO, you know, and then the price skyrockets. Like, these SPACs are an interesting way to get in early. But you do suffer some pretty fat dilution when you get in. And then you also have the risk of future dilution when they release their share lockups. So there are some dangers to SPACs, definitely. And I think that's why a lot of people sell off on a SPAC after, like, the mergers happened. They're like, okay, cool. I was along for the ride going up to the merger, and now I'm out of here, not riding it anymore. But it could go either way. Tesla on a rocket to Mars, leaving all other growth stocks. Yeah, Tesla's something else. Okay, cool. So we got this up. So I'm going to pull up, let's see. We'll pull up Enphase. So we have this. And CNBC looks like they're going to cover Twitter and Lyft. So we'll listen to them when that comes in. And we'll add commentary, of course, as well. But I'm excited for Enphase. Personally, what I want to see. So I'm going to do a news search for Enphase, because this will pop up right away. Enphase. Oh, there we go. It just literally came down the pipe. Launch and Launchpad. Let me open this up. Okay, Enphase just came in. So the Bloomberg terminal shows this pretty fast. Oops, wrong one. That one. So Enphase. Okay, beat on revenue. So Enphase revenue comes in at 264.8 mil, and they estimated 254. Sees quarter one revenue to be 280 to 300, more growth in the first quarter. That's big. Oh, yes. Fourth quarter revenue up 26% year over year, 40% margin. Hold on. What was the estimate? The estimate was 32.9. They beat on margin as well. This stock's got to be going up. It's got to be going up. Everything is good here. Okay, let's see here. Earnings per share, 50 cents. What do we got? Adjusted gross margin. That's so huge. Sees 40% margin. Come on, this has got to be flying. 2%. Oh, you losers. No. I think this is going to push when people digest this. This is really good. And I'm going to buy a little bit right now. Screw it. I told myself I'm on a stock diet, but this is the validation that I like. Let's buy. Hurry, we got to go fast. Time and force. I don't know that I want to buy 1,000. Do I want to buy 1,000? Oh my God, no, I can't afford that. I'll buy 300. 300. Do I hear 300? Get in. Oh crap, it's going up. Damn it. Just get me in. Buy. Okay, I think I got in. I'll see what that ended up going in for. I'll let you know in a second. But this is really good coming through the terminal here. Where is it? I mean, these are just beats on everything. That was really good. Oh man, I like that. Yeah. Okay, that's impressive. And we still have to digest the earnings report, but that's good. I'm gonna send out an alert really quick that I just bought some. Okay. Okay. What did I buy? Let's see. Oh, let's listen to Twitter.
Lower in after-hours trading as user growth fell short of expectations. Now, top-line growth, revenue growing 28%, $1.29 billion. That did exceed expectations of $1.19 billion. Earnings of 38 cents per share were 7 cents better than analysts projected. But that key user metric, monetizable daily active users, they were 192 million. That is up 5 million over the course of the quarter, about 1.5 million less than the latest analyst consensus. Now, the company noted that some changes around the election, they made people add a comment if they wanted to retweet something. They said it had a slight negative impact on daily active users in the quarter. Now, interesting here, in the letter to the shareholder letter, Twitter does not usually give guidance on users, but they do say here that the increase in absolute users through the end of January was above the historical average from the last 4 years. So that's indicating that there was no negative impact from the president being banned from Twitter in January. So interesting there. And then in terms of guidance, the company is guiding to revenue of between 940 and 1.04 billion in the first quarter. That midpoint is ahead of analyst expectations of 965 million. And then as to that all important question of Apple's operating system change, iOS 14, they say they see modest impact from the rollout of changes, but they do expect total revenue to grow faster than expenses in 2021. So, guys, not as big of a warning as we've seen from some of these other companies.
And the stock has turned around and is now higher. Julia, thank you. Julia Borsten. Don't miss a First on CNBC interview with Twitter CFO tomorrow morning on Squawk Box. Mike, I hope the analyst.
Okay, Lyft is out. Lyft fourth quarter loss of 458 mil.
Twitter and
is
what
that right?
will ultimately mean. It's not going to be.
Hold on. Is that right? Lyft fourth loss of 458 mil. What were the expectations? Revenue was 569. I don't know what the expectations were. Let's see. Lyft reports fewer customers and more revenue from each one. That's good. Lyft revenue drops 44% in fourth quarter as pandemic slump continues. That's not good. Is POWW reporting today? I see the question, but I just want to look at earnings right now. So I want to see more data coming in from Lyft, but I also want to see Enphase. Here we go. Enphase sees quarter. Yeah, we saw that. Okay. They just released their financial statement. Cool. Okay. Oh, Enphase. Come on. Yes. This is such a good freaking company. So good. Watch they go down just like they plummet. No, they're holding stable. What is this? 213? Where are they? Oh, wait, here's the earnings.
76 cents, revenue 11.96 billion. Analysts have been looking for 11.92 billion. Looking ahead for Q3, they say to expect 80 to 82 cents on the bottom line. That's in line with expectations, and revenue of 3.5 to 5.5%. Street was closer to 3%. Looking to the segments real quickly, the core infrastructure platforms business, 6.39 billion. Applications, 1.35 billion. Security, 822 million. CEO Chuck Robbins here saying we are seeing.
Oh, Lyft did better. Okay, so the net loss at Lyft was 185 million. I thought the other number was high, but they expected a loss of 224. So they actually beat by $40 million. So, and higher revenue per customer. So be interesting. Lyft could actually pop on those numbers. We'll see.
So much for that one. Josh, don't miss, by the way, tomorrow an interview with the CEO, Chuck Robbins, Squawk on the Street, 9 a.m. Mike Santoli has had good run over the last couple of months, but unlike some of its rivals, still well below pre-pandemic levels.
Yes, it's definitely within a pretty broad range. It's down from, a year and a half, 2 years ago. It's a similar story in the sense of very old legacy tech where it's very tough to grow the top line, but they have very good cash flow metrics, and it's a dividend yield story. And they, financially, it's very sturdy. It just is tough to get any growth quarter to quarter, and that's similar to what's gone on right here. And it was up in.
Yep, Lyft is moving after hours. Lyft is up 3%, 4% now. That's what I thought. As soon as that Bloomberg showed that, this is actually not bad news. So we're seeing it before. We're seeing it before CNBC.
Share of 58 cents. That's better than the 72 cents expected. Revenue also better than expected, 570 million versus 563 million expected. That is a decrease of 44% year over year. But this was to be expected. Ride sharing continues to be slammed amid the pandemic. That is a increase of 14% quarter over quarter. So some more green shoots there. Active riders, though, this coming in a little bit short. The street was looking for 13.2 million, Lyft reporting 12.6 million. However, revenue per rider better than expected at 45.40 versus 42.19. I just want to flag some comments accompanying the release because Lyft has been cutting costs aggressively, and the CFO says that due to that, they exceeded their target cost reduction by 20%.
Oh.
I was also looking for details.
Okay, Yelp must have just reported. Yelp is up almost 10% in the after hours. What's happening? What's happening at Yelp? Yeah, Yelp is not a company that I invest in, but I want to pull it. Let's get Yelp news up. Let's see what Yelp is reporting. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yelp, 27 cents of earnings per share. They beat estimates. Oh, wow. They beat estimates by 5 million on earnings. Expect to return to sustainable growth in 2021. Wow. Okay. Beats. Yeah. So we are definitely seeing a big move on Enphase there. Whoa. I'm sorry. Enphase too. Yelp up, big move here, 11%. But Enphase, yes, 218. Come on. Oh, yes. That's oh, I love Enphase. That feels good. Good validation. I like that. Now I want to buy the play. I like buying the stock cheaper, but come on, we bought our options at like 179 when it sold off a couple weeks ago. Look at this. Gore's holding the Matterport SPAC, still printing tendies right now. I don't even understand why. Like I thought Gore's was too unsexy to actually move, but no, I thought it would take way longer to move. Dang, that's crazy. Let's see. All right, let's see here. Okay, so a little bit of softening here after my excitement. Both of these have sold off a little bit, but look, Shift moving up. I think it's honestly because everyone is beating. Like all expectations are coming in higher. Who else is reporting? Because I could pull it up on Bloomberg before CNBC talks about it. Does anybody else know who else is reporting? Who else is reporting today? Let's find out. It's probably too late now. Earnings today. I think we kind of hit everything. When's NVIDIA reporting? NVIDIA. I thought, no. NVIDIA earnings. They're down 1% in after hours. Oh, yeah, they report today. Okay, all right, let's pull up NVIDIA. Maybe they haven't released yet. NVDA. News. Let's see. Nope. Okay, all right. So this one's going to move next, I think. Unless this was pre-market. Watch this red. You're going to watch for red text coming in. And that could move the stock pretty fast. NVIDIA. I like the company. It's flat right now. Let's see. All right. NVIDIA. Where is it? Symbol NVDA. Here we go. So right now in after hours, it's flat. Just in case I want to buy something, I'll put it up over here. What's 100 times that? 100 times 500 is 10 is 5. Oh, that's 50. Oh, that's a lot. Ugh. But anyway, we'll see what it does in after hours here. So what else do we have? So NVIDIA is going to report next. Canopy is reporting today, and Mesa. I don't even know what Mesa is, honestly. But Canopy Growth, the cannabis stock, that'll be really interesting to see, to start getting some look into the cannabis market. Canopy Growth Corporation. Whoa, it was up 11% on the day. Okay, let's see. Oh, NVIDIA's Feb 24. Somebody said, where did I see today? Report NVIDIA earnings report Feb. Why does this say Feb 9? Are they just saying what today's date is? This website, this like Google Index says Feb 9. But that could be wrong. Maybe that's what it is. Earnings date. Oh yeah, it's Feb 24. No, you're right. That's so weird. See, just so you all know I'm not going nuts. Okay, I gotta show you. Okay, look at that. NVIDIA earnings report, Feb 9. Like, am I losing my mind? Let's see what they're talking about.
Hi there, Wilf. So earnings much stronger than expected here for Mattel's fourth quarter, reporting 40 cents adjusted. The street was looking for just 23 cents. Revenues also stronger than expected at 1.63 billion. The street was looking for 1.579 billion. It looks like there was strength in Barbie and American Girl among the stronger segments. Also a very strong gross margin of 51.4%. They also talk about the optimizing for growth.
Okay, here's Canopy. Let's jump over to Canopy. Mattel can wait. It looks like this just came in 3 minutes ago. Earnings call. Okay, stocks. Okay, expects profit, but profitability. Wait. Canopy growth stock surges 12%. Company expects a profit by second half of 2022. Cannabis stocks rally in wake of Canopy earnings. Well, when did Canopy report? Did they report this morning? Oh, yeah. See, they reported this morning. Okay. That's why cannabis flew today. Because Canopy reported this morning. That answers that. Because all cannabis was up today. It was crazy. Reports EPS of $2.43 Canadian dollar versus 23 last year. 23 cents. That's crazy. Wait, is that, EPS. That's, why does this say loss per share? I'll have to dig into this more. Interesting. Okay, so we had a lot of movement today. People were optimistic on the Canopy growth. That makes sense. Okay, so that's explaining why we had a huge cannabis move today. So Enphase only up 6% now. Loser. It's all right. Doesn't matter. Okay. Enphase is such a long hold for me, and today on their margin beat, and I'll have to go into the report, but their margin beat just reiterates this. Twitter pops on earnings. I mean, I don't really consider 2% a big pop, but okay. GameStop actually up in after hours, right there along with Shift. Gore's holding pretty much flat there on the Matterport. Gevo up 1 to 2% again. That is just a mover right here. Yeah, Silver Spike, Upwork, Churchill Capital down a tiny little bit, although it ended the day up. Upwork down. I wonder when Upwork reports. Upwork earnings date. The 23rd. Okay. So Upwork won't be until the 23rd. Yeah. Enphase keeps making money. Hold till retirement. Right on. Putting that up on screen. Virgin Galactic, Xpeng. Where's Neo? Oh, here's Neo. Neo did 6% today. Nice. Neo's a big holding for me. I like to see that. And even QuantumScape is up today. People are just running out of places to put money. That's what's happening. It's like, no money left. Let's go put it somewhere else. CCIV is not confirmed. That is correct. Short interest on GME. The last was like 48%. The last S3 estimate was 43% that we looked at this morning. So wow, that Enphase earnings was so fun. I'm just happy we got that so fast because of the term here. That was great. That was really fast. So let's just throw up other news here. Let's put all news up. News. There we go. eBay Swan sells for eBay Swan sells 3.6 million of dollars worth of shares. China has more than 10,000 special refrigerated vehicles available to transport the vaccine. Wow. How come we didn't have 10,000 refrigerated vehicles available? Jeff Bezos, next after Amazon, getting his space company, Blue Origin. That's what I expected. I tweeted that. Follow me on Twitter, by the way, if you haven't yet. At Real Meat Kevin. But that was one of the things I tweeted. I said he's leaving so he can go fight Elon in space. Uber reports tomorrow. I bet you Uber's doing well in after hours. They usually follow Lyft. Let's look at Uber. Uber. Yeah, see, Uber's up 4% in after hours. Lyft up almost 7%, 6 to 7%. Shift, GameStop, both up about 5%. Let's see what else is happening in the after hours. So go to all stocks here. Enphase still at the top of the list for gainers and after hours, but it's about to get replaced by GameStop. We've got some real buying happening here after that 16% sell-off at GameStop. Not sure why Shift is moving again, but I like it. Going into earnings tomorrow, or is it the next day? Is it Thursday? Shift Technology earnings. Let's see. The 11th. Okay, so we got 2 days. Let's see if it's ahead or after the close. It doesn't say. Jerks. Shift Technologies Investor Relations. Let's see what it says. All right. Events and presentations. Did they release shorts on AMC? I'll check right now if there's an update. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's before or after. I hope it's after. But either way, we'll be paying attention to it. So Shift missed the last earnings, the last two. Yeah, no, they really disappointed on the last one too. They didn't answer analyst questions very well, and they kind of they kind of pissed off the hedge funds. So okay, oh yeah, short interest. Somebody wants short interest. Oh, we can look at that here. So, oh wait, I want to read this really quick. Enphase Energy to buy solar design services unit of India-based DIN Engineering. Really? Said pre-market. Yeah, oh, I heard about something like this, but I never looked into it deeper. On Monday. Okay, I remember that. That is agreed to acquire solar design services business of India-based DIN. The business is a provider of outsourced proposal drawings and permit plan sets for residential solar installers. Oh, okay. So this is not actually panels, it's drawings. It's drawings for all the architectural stuff. Got it. Okay. So that's nothing. Let's see. Enphase stock could surge to new record, it says. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go look at the short interest because I know there are questions about that. GME went to 10%. Are you serious? That means it's going to dethrone Enphase. Oh, come on. Oh, dang, it is running. I mean, that's good. I want Enphase to keep running like that, but I'm happy for GameStop. Look at that. It is pushing. Oh, yes. Go. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, I see some of your comments here in Discord. Yeah, Enphase to the moon. That's awesome. Y'all great. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, look at this. I mean, what a move here by GameStop. Get the red. Yeah, we're fighting right here at about $56. It's kind of cool. What does this say? Labor market losing steam? This could be a stimulus implication. Let's
into 2014, 5 years after the end of the official recession. This is the kind of slow and frustrating comeback in the labor market that a lot of policymakers are trying everything to try and prevent and have it be much more springy. A big portion of those, presumably, leisure and hospitality would come back pretty quickly if we get everybody vaccinated and all the rest of it. But I do think this is one of the cases for another fiscal support package that would at least bridge things over and perhaps get us somewhere closer to that peak and toward full employment, as Janet Yellen has said.
Though it is happening a lot quicker this time around than last. Mike, thanks.
Next time I do an Enphase analysis, I'll compare them to Solar Edge. I think that'd be a good video.
Disagreeing about whether President Biden's nearly $2 trillion stimulus plan could cause the economy to overheat with inflation. Secretary Jack Lew on whether he thinks the potential risks are worth the reward. Next.
Ooh, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. So he's going to talk about potential inflation from this, which is the opposite of what Federal Reserve Board member, I think he's a board member. I got to check. I don't know if he's a voting member. Tom Barkin. Hold on. Let me look him up. Let me look up his profile. Tom Barkin, Fed. He is, president of the Richmond Bank. He's like, we're not going to see inflation from all this money printing we're doing. Fear not. We have the money printer. Trust us. Oh, man. I don't know if that makes you feel any better. So let's put Solar Edge in here. Solar Edge, because I know they do They had a deal with Tesla on the inverters. I'm pretty sure that was Solar Edge. Was it Solar Edge? Let me see. Solar Edge inverters, Tesla. Yes, they did. Since 2015, they had a partnership with Solar Edge. I talked about Zom a little bit yesterday, but not much. I have to do more research on that one. But yeah, Solar Edge and Enphase. That I think would be an interesting comparison. Let's just zoom out on the day moves here. Yeah, Solar Edge is doing fine. Doing pretty well. Kind of fell off its peak here after the Tesla announcement that Tesla's making their own inverters. But they're pushing back up here. They really pushed back up. Yeah, because they fell all the way down to what, 308. Oh, okay. They came back about, what, 7-8%. Okay. All right. Enphase back at number 1 position for the gainers and after hours. Churchill pretty much flat. The runners today selling off a bit. Palantir, Neo, Blink. Man, how long is Hyliion going to just sit at $16? Like, do something. I don't invest in Hyliion. Bitcoin's printing? What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin. Here it is. $47,000 for a coin. You realize you could buy a Bitcoin or you could buy a Model Y Tesla. Like, you could have one Bitcoin or a Model Y Tesla. What do you want? It's crazy. They do inverters too and pretty much have a duopoly with Enphase. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to put it. I like the phrase too. Enphase, Solar Edge, and what's JKS? I don't know what that one is. JKS. Oh, let's listen to this.
After reporting a beat on revenue and a really big and surprising beat on EPS, estimates had the crowdsourced review company losing less than a penny per share. Instead, they reported a 27-cent gain per share. They also said they expect to return to sustainable revenue growth in in 2021. However, the revenue guidance for Q1, that was slightly under estimates. Again, Yelp with a huge beat on EPS, more than 27 cents above estimates, shares now about 4% higher. Back over to you.
Frank Collin, thanks very much. President Biden and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
So, somebody donated $5 here to say they're holding 589,000 shares of something, but they didn't give me a ticker. You gotta give me a ticker. Oh, let's listen to this.
Leaders have to say about how they think I'm approaching this issue, we're approaching this issue, and to see if we can find some common ground. I know I've found some common ground with some of my Republican friends, a lot of Democrats as well, so I'm optimistic.
Joining us now in an exclusive interview, Jack Lew,
Jacob Lew,
Secretary and Chief of Staff to Barack Obama. Mr. Secretary, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Good to be with you.
There's been a lot of debate, including within the Democratic Party over the last week or so, about whether, if in doubt, you should do more stimulus or less. Where do you stand on that, particularly given, of course, we are hopefully nearing the end of the pandemic and there has been so much stimulus already?
So, well, I think it's important to start where I think most people, certainly most Democrats, agree, is that there's an urgent need for more action to respond to both the health and the economic fallout from the pandemic. When Congress acted at the end of the year, it quite deliberately didn't go far enough. The unemployment benefit extension expires in the middle of next month, and we're a long ways away from seeing 10 million plus workers get back on the job. So there is an urgent need for action. I think there's an urgent need for very substantial action. You know, you look at what's in the package that's really critical. It ranges from unemployment insurance to housing assistance.
Wait, where did news come out on a 25K Tesla?
Both to provide the vaccine and treatment, and the list goes on. These are immediate needs. I think the areas where there was not agreement in December are still very real. Things like state and local assistance is critical. Exactly what the size is, people might be able to debate, but the fact that the needs are great, I think, is pretty objectively clear. And there are things in this package that do a lot to bridge some of the gaps we have, the childhood poverty problem, which has been exacerbated by the crisis, the lack of health coverage, exacerbated by the crisis. So when you get to the question of how big should it be and what is the trade-off between deficit and emergency response, I've never thought you should start with a number. I think you need to start with address the problems that you need to get through the crisis and to get people through the crisis and to make sure we don't leave tens of millions of people behind. So you look at the size, it's going to be big. I think the starting point where the Senate Republicans were was not anywhere near close enough. Is there room for something maybe a bit smaller? Sure, you could target the tax payments, the stimulus checks. You could trim some other things. But when it comes to the inflation risks, I think this is not the right time to be worried about that. It's not very likely that this
good
spend out exactly the way the worst case scenarios look at. It would have to all go into the economy at the same moment to overheat in the way that people have raised fears about. My experience with spending packages like this is they have a long tail, and people are worried that they're spending out too late, not too quickly. And as Secretary Yellen has.
All right, we got it. Let's go check out this Tesla news. This is more exciting. Basically, he's not worried about inflation. We got it. Okay, check this out. Tesla. So the president of Tesla in China, Tom Zhu, spoke with China's media on a variety of topics regarding Tesla. While the focus was on general plans related to Tesla China's future operations, the $25,000 car came up. Zhu confirmed that the smaller, cheaper Tesla will be manufactured in China. At the research center at Tesla Gigafactory Shanghai, Zhu said that the Tesla electric compact car will be built in China and sold across the globe. Wow. In terms of time frame, they're already working on the construction of the dedicated R&D center. Oh, so they haven't even really begun real research and dev. This is like a 2023, 2024 project. Giga Shanghai, Model 2. Okay. Let's see here. Phase 2, Model Y. There's no reason to believe they won't follow up with the other one. Explained that the goal is to develop and produce its own Tesla car to sell in markets across the globe. Target price is $25K. I mean, that's so smart. Made in China Tesla for $25,000. That is huge. That is revolutionarily game-changing. Kind of butchered that. But yeah, wow. So nonetheless, it will be the cheapest Tesla. Yeah, that's a big deal. I mean, we knew that the $25,000 Tesla was coming, so I think that's why the stock actually fell today. I think it's almost like they had to come out with some good news today. Yeah. So because the market hasn't been super happy with Tesla today. Let's take a quick peek at that. Tesla is right here. Yeah, see, Tesla's down on the day 1.6% and down 0.1% basically in after hours, sitting at 848. So really no movement here. This nothing new about that yet. Yeah, maybe the mainstream media hasn't digested that yet. That's possible. Let's see what it says in Bloomberg about that. Let's see. Tesla. No, let's do this. Hold on. Tesla news. Here we go. Apple more than doubled autonomous road tests in 2020. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. So you went from 1 road test to 2? Let's see. Yeah, interestingly, there's it seems like there's just under coverage of this $25,000 car. Although that was pretty early in the morning. Although I don't even see it down here. A lot of talk about the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin was almost a distraction that covered that news, huh? What's this? Oh, not found. Okay. Classic. Wow. Somebody called the investment into Bitcoin by Tesla worthless. China auto sales surged 30% in January. 10th straight monthly gain. Yeah. Auto sales. Huge. Such a huge market, especially electric vehicles. Electric vehicles increased 239% in January. Wow. New electric vehicle makers such as the homegrown NIO and XPeng, as well as foreign groups such as Tesla, are expanding manufacturing capacity in China, where the government has promoted greener vehicles to reduce air pollution. Yeah. You got to be in Tesla. You got to be in Tesla. If you're not in Tesla, I don't know. Oh, what's wrong with you? There's got to be a reason. Tesla's so good. So, Enphase only about 6% right now. That's all right. Shift up 3%. Cannabis moving a little bit again after hours. GameStop moving a bit. The ones that went up today are down a little bit, but that's a drop in the bucket compared to how well they did today. XPeng, NIO, all the same here. Okay, nothing really new here. Let's take a quick peek to see what they're saying either here or on Fox Biz. NIO coming to America? Where did you see that? I know that was a goal of theirs, but I did not actually see that. I didn't invest in Blink, no. I think the charging companies are pretty expensive. I have a little bit in SPE, but honestly, I prefer Tesla hand over fist. So let's pop really quick here. See what they're saying here. Okay. That's just going to load. So in that case, where did this Tesla being expensive? I don't know. I think for what you're getting, it's cheap. But anyway, let's listen to this for a second here.
Future, in that it's proving that the company is really a truly resilient operation, to the point where you have these forces like Donald Trump not being on there anymore. You have forces like other new competitors in social media. We're hearing a lot of whispers around the new social media app called Clubhouse.
Oh, you're right. I think that's a new top story. Here you go. Whoa, 3 minutes ago. Hell yeah. Good job. Thank you for catching that. Let me log into this. Oh, good. They're going to let me read it. Here we go. Yeah, here's news. The Chinese EV maker NIO is one of the hottest EV stocks traded on U.S. exchanges, but doesn't sell any products in the U.S. That could change sooner than investors might expect. An entry into the market by Chinese producer would be a game changer for the entire U.S. car business. Yeah, especially since we're thinking Lucid is the EV of America, the number 2 to Tesla. Tracked down an interesting tidbit. He found a job posting on LinkedIn related to business planning for the U.S. market. Whoa. The posting is now closed, but Yu says it was looking for someone to formulate an action plan to enter the U.S. market. Oh, okay. So they're just looking for somebody to come up with a plan. I mean, that's pretty light information. That's pretty light. NIO didn't respond. It's a sign that NIO is thinking about the U.S. market. Still, it's early, and Yu's financial model didn't include any U.S. sales for NIO even in 2025. Yeah. I mean, I could see them here by 2025, but I don't think this is I don't even think they'll make it here by 2023. I don't think so. He said entering the U.S. would be difficult given relations between Beijing and D.C. Biden would be less antagonistic than Trump. Sure. NIO, who's this guy? Let's see. Oh, I already follow this person. So let's see. NIO from Edison U. Okay, at Deutsche Bank. So this is what they found. Job responsibility. Work with American companies. The EP9, they don't even sell that anymore. The car looks sick. Like, I would buy that car if they brought it out here. Like, oh, our first model is this fancy, car. That. Come on, that is sick. That's a nice looking car. Oh, man. I like that. Anyway. Combine the NIO model and in-depth market insights to promote the innovation and implementation of business models, formulate an action plan to enter the U.S., and pull through the clusters of resources in the headquarters based on key blah, blah, blah. Work on time differences, good at written and oral English, recognize NEO's entrepreneurial company culture, and possess the psychological qualities required by a startup. In other words, you'll be working 80 hours a week. Background with global companies, overseas market, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't know how big. I mean, maybe it could be that that's maybe why NEO started running today. 5 hours ago. Let's see. NEO. NEO ran. Let's see. Minute. NEO started running around 2. No. Where's 5 hours ago? 10 a.m. No. The time zones are so confusing. Who knows? I mean, that could have helped contribute to some of this. The movement we had, the 6% movement in NEO. But I don't know. That seems like it's a long shot just because, I mean, Barron's here is like, oh, they could be coming sooner than you think because they're looking for somebody to have a job. But I don't think they give us any indication as to this actually happening soon. Let's leave a comment. I should leave a comment as Meet Kevin. Why is my name that I should change my name? I wonder if I could change my name to Meet Kevin. Let me see if I could do that really quick. Hold on. And then we'll troll and we'll leave some comments. Edit profile. Oh, I can't. Why can't you change your display name? That's lame. Oh well. Yeah, you can't do it. It doesn't matter. I don't have to leave a troll comment. So, all right, let's go back to the sticks. Let's see what else we got going on at the sticks. So, going back to the charts, we have recently viewed positions right here. So, what do we have? Recently viewed. That's not showing me everything. Let me go to, here we go. Enphase 5.5%. I guess that's okay. They always show the prototype NEO, right? It's so true. Yeah. Lyft really doing well here with 7%. Enphase was on top of Lyft here for a while. The news. Oh, okay. Somebody else says that rumor already dropped about somebody maybe coming or NEO trying to expand here sooner. Yeah, I didn't think that would be game changer, much of a game changer either way though. Redfin, okay. Market's not really doing much in after hours. I mean, that's some of these aren't even anything to talk about. Obviously, we saw earnings on these guys, and it makes sense that Uber is trailing Lyft. I'm a huge EHang bull. I actually have no idea what it is. It says they might start road testing in 2021. Let me look at that. Let's go back. Get me out of here. Stupid. Barron's. Did I miss that with the road testing? Oh, yeah, sure. Now you want me to sign in, jerks. Exhausting. Like we literally just read this whole thing. Not signed in, and now they want us to sign in. Where did you see that with the road testing? Yeah, I don't see that. It's not in the Barron's article. There goes Lucid. It was a good run. I don't think so. I think this is, I think NEO's got 4 years before they're out here. Yeah, that's my guess. Okay, and then somebody asked about EHang. I don't even know what that is. EHang stock. EHang Holdings. It's up 24% on the day. Wow. What is this? Why EHang? Is it a... Oh, is it... EHang. Aerial technology. Oh. That's cool. It's like a flying autonomous network of vehicles. Instead of robo-taxi, you got like robo helicopters or robocopters. Robocop. All right, let's quickly see what, if anything, is being... I've made 300% on Upwork. Do you have an opinion on it? Yeah, I have Upwork in my portfolio too. It's a great one. I didn't have Upwork from the 300% point, but I've definitely doubled my money on Upwork. So you did really well. Yeah, I think I got into Upwork in like the 20s. Gosh, you're up 300%. That's substantially better. Good for you. You got in that one early. Good. All right, cool. What's EXPI? Oh, yeah, let's look at what EXPI is doing really quick. Good question. EXPI is EXPI. Oh, here we go. So it's 7% in the day and it's flat after hours. It's sitting at 161. It's freaking amazing. So anyway, if you want my buy alerts when I make them, make sure you check out the Stocks and Psychology of Money course link down below. You could use that coupon code HODL or HODL, depending on how you say it. Or check out the bundles for the other courses as well. I've got a private live stream every day as well. And I do those every day the market is open. And yeah, hey, thank you so much for watching this. I really enjoyed looking at earnings with some of y'all. We got to see those break. It's been a good hour live stream. Appreciate you. And folks, we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.